What's up, everybody? FSC Truck. Well, we're just a little north of Joliet, Illinois. We get headed out of Arkansas. Delivered Tuesday. Sat there all day waiting on freight. Wednesday come around. I decided to roll out Wednesday afternoon. So it's Thursday morning. We're up here. We're heading to Lamont, Illinois. We're going to go get our green APU service. They got an update for this unit. It's pretty cool from what I hear. They showed it to me at the show over at Mid-American Trucking Show on their demo units. So I was gonna wait till I was due for service. I'm definitely a little, probably about 5 or 6 hours overdue. These units get serviced at 1,000 hours, so I'm a little overdue. But I was like, you know what, if I'm coming back empty, the only freight that was offered to me was really cheap. Basically was an LTL being sent off as a full truckload. I wasn't gonna haul it. So I figured if we come up here, maybe I'll load up on Friday or even this afternoon. So we're gonna stop up here, see everybody over at Green APU, get the unit service, get that update installed, go from there. Up now. Gas station and car wash. That was all a vacant lot last I was here. A little truck diesel pumps too. That's interesting. We are green APU. Let's go drop our trailer. Bobtail back up. Say hi to everybody. I'm gonna park right next to that motor toter right there. Alrighty, we got Orwell inside. So usually what they did the last time is they just did a basic service on it. Check, drop the oil, change the filter, check everything else out, belts, all that kind of whatnot. And then went ahead and put new filter, oil, sent me on my way after checking it. That was the way. Right here is my original air filter, and in these louvers right here, it's hard to see with the lighting, but there's louvers right here that lets the air in there, and that's the reason for the exhaust that they want to reroute. Now on these units, what they do to get the oil filter and the fuel filter out is there's a plate on the bottom that drops out. Once they drop that plate out, you can access the oil filter and the fuel filter, change them out, put the plate back in. Now that complicates some of the ideas with the exhaust on this thing, because this being a Cabover and the unit being under my cab as opposed to behind the cab, the updated exhaust has to be a little different from the normal update they have. We'll go ahead and show you the exhaust system the way it's going to be for most trucks, but mine's gonna be slightly different. That's from the intake from the louvers into this, and this is the little old air filter housing, and this is the bigger updated one. Much larger unit. Then you had to show the exhaust quick on how it normally works.
So the idea behind this new exhaust is that the exhaust gases will go to the back of the unit instead of going to the front, where is the inlet for the air filter. So this should improve the performance and extend the life of the air filter.
Right, it's not breathing its in. It's not breathing. With this setup, it's not breathing its own exhaust, because the old way was the exhaust goes out, straight out, but right over here is your intake. So now they just route it around. Mine has to be different because I don't need this to go up under my cab where I'm sleeping. Normally a unit's behind the cab and there's all kinds of room for it to go. In this one, we got to figure something out a little different. This is the same one like I got, brand new, right?
Yeah.
All right, so there, that's just the updated air filter. Also with the exhaust, see how the exhaust would go and how it will go on the updated units. Now, two things with that air filter. The reason why it'll actually help it quiet it down is, one, if you think about it, it's a 3-cylinder engine, you have air impulses, and that's what you hear. If you're in like a, well, even a newer car, and you hit the throttle and you hammer on it real hard, what you're hearing is some exhaust, but you also hear that under the hood. That's air impulses going through the air filter. If you have a bigger, larger air filter, number one, if you have a smaller air filter, it doesn't take that much time to clog up that air filter. If you have a bigger air filter, obviously you can hold more crap, hence have a longer service life. But also, it slows down. Also, it tends to muffle out them air impulses. It's just, think about it, the smaller the air filter, the more restrictive. You put something in front of your mouth, you want to breathe through a soda straw, or you want to breathe through a pipe. If you're swimming and you're snorkeling, right, do you want to snorkel through like a soda straw, or do you want to snorkel through like a larger, like a big, thicker snorkel, or maybe even a coffee stirrer? Think about it. Which would you rather breathe through? So the idea is, the bigger unit, the less restrictive. That's a big hunky unit right there. This is that rubber boot inlet they replaced, again from your louvers in through here, and then the bigger canister right there.
when you look at the old one and you look at the new one, there's quite the difference. It's much bigger, supports a much bigger filter, but it's a direct bolt-on replacement. So we're gonna bolt this into the same place that your other one bolted up at, and it's gonna kind of connect into where the original one connected as well. So this is gonna use a much bigger filter. It's also compatible with all the other major APU brands. So if you go to one of the truck stops and get something done, they're most likely going to have your filter because it's the same filter as the two big, you know, brands. So nice update, quick bolt-on, do it yourself. Come on into the shop, we'll do it for you. Then we usually pair that up with the muffler. On yours, it's a little bit different because typically a unit is behind the chassis, and
yeah, I'll hold it for you. It's pretty,
yeah,
it's a little heavier than you think.
A little bit, yeah, on the end there. So between the both of them, they reduce the volume about 30%. Big difference. And then just get the exhaust back behind the unit. On yours, we're going to do something a little bit different. Modifying this pipe to just come straight out, because of course this will put the exhaust right back under you, and that's not something we want.
Yeah, we don't want the exhaust under the cab. We just want it out somewhat. So the idea is to get it away from the intake as well. Otherwise, the engine is choking on its own intake, or it's trying to burn its own exhaust, which is an EGR system we just don't need nor want.
Absolutely, this will help.
Excellent. Now the idea also is the bigger container with the bigger filter will lessen the volume, meaning the noise volume from the impulse, from the intake impulses coming into the engine. After all, it is a 3-cylinder.
Absolutely.
So that's our updated intake and exhaust with now a much larger air filter. All right, so while we were yapping about the air filter, he already changed out the fuel and the oil filter. That's already done. He's putting the access panel back on the bottom. Did that custom exhaust work?
Got to get a little bit of a flap disc on there to finish it off, or a file, but we're real close.
Nothing a file won't take care of.
Yeah, so here's the back of another unit. Fuel filter that hangs real low. Oil filters up higher on that adapter bracket we spoke of when we installed the unit.
Good to go.
Excellent.
All right, now we got something else cool to show you that we're going to put on this unit.
All right, so here's the original ones that we, well, actually no. This is the original one that came with the unit when I got it, because we upgraded it to the stainless. But this was like a, what do you guys have, like a clear coat over it?
Yeah, when we initially released these, we had a clear coat over it, and the clear coat just didn't stick to that flat surface. So you can even see it really good, like on this side, see the way it's coming off. So we've replaced all of those early ones, this being one that we're replacing today. We also had this, obviously it's a little bit different. This is an anodized cover, so something else we were trying, and it matched your truck pretty well, so we put it on
Greg
there.
gave me that to use a test mule to see how it held up. Which,
right, and I mean, it looks like it needs to be clean, but it held up pretty well. And we took over to get a brand new lower, a brand new stainless steel, match you up on that, and then I got to go find another sticker for this. So that's
yeah, the cab kind of covers the original one on the top, so
right.
Because this up here, the cab kind of comes right to about there. So I was like, yeah, I put that there to make sure I gave you guys good exposure, but it's not usually there on the normal units. All right, so I got new covers coming.
Absolutely.
Sweet.
Here we have the brand new, shiny, no clear coat, just bare stainless steel, and that's worked out great for us. Hasn't had any problem with that.
Nice. And the upper one is...
Oh, the upper one, yeah, it's here too. So, going back to the tried and true stainless steel.
Nice. All right, that looks better, actually. Sweet. By the way, we do have new wheels coming.
Are they going to be chrome too?
They're at the polish shop now.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, it'll go good now once we start adding some more.
What about the tank? Then you're going to have to polish the tank.
Yeah, see? It's always something.
It's keep adding up on you.
It's a work in progress. Shoot, when we put the unit on here, if you remember, the exhaust had to be relocated.
Yeah.
So this stack was just hanging there. Well, I didn't even have these big stacks on there at that time. I had one that was just there. The other one was the only one hooked up because I deleted the right side that we had room to put the unit because I hung it too low. So then I had to modify completely the exhaust system.
Well, that reminds me, then I got to get under here and take a look at that. Oh, yeah.
Blow gunning it out, you'd be amazed how much crap gets in there just from road grime and going down the road in the rain and the muck, snow, salt, sleet, rain, cats, dogs, you name it.
Oh, look how nice that looks compared to the rest of the truck. Great, now I got to polish the rest of it. It's like you said.